There is a lie you tell yourself in the quiet hours of the morning, when the alarm hasn't yet broken the silence and the weight of yesterday is still sitting on your chest. It is a whisper, soft but devastating, that says, "I cannot take another hit." You look in the mirror and see the cracks, the fatigue, the accumulation of 1,000 small defeats, and you genuinely believe that your breaking point is just one bad phone call away. But you are wrong. You are profoundly, catastrophically wrong about what you are made of. You look at your scars and see evidence of fragility, but you fail to realize that the very fact you are standing here to look at them is not luck. It is proof of an endurance you haven't even begun to tap into. You think you are a glass waiting to shatter, but you are actually the ocean refusing to dry up. This message is for anyone who feels like they are currently walking through a fog so thick they can't see their own feet. It is for the person holding their breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop, convinced that their capacity for suffering has reached its absolute limit. We live in a world that glorifies the finish line, but rarely talks about the blood on the pavement miles before the end. We scroll through feeds of polished victories, and we start to believe that strength looks like invincibility, that being strong means never wavering, never crying, never doubting. Because you feel fear, because your hands shake, because your heart races at the thought of tomorrow, you assume you are weak. But courage is not the absence of the shaking. Courage is the thing that happens while you are shaking. The reason this matters, the reason you need to hear this right now, is because the human mind is designed to protect you, often by underestimating you. Your brain is a survival machine, and to survive, it tells you to stop before you get hurt. It screams danger when you are merely uncomfortable. It screams stop when you are merely growing. If you listen to that voice, you will live a life that is safe, small, and suffocatingly narrow. You have to understand that your self-perception is currently lagging behind your actual reality. You are viewing yourself through the lens of who you used to be, not who the fire has forged you into. You are carrying a heavy load? Yes, but have you noticed? Your legs are still moving. Let me tell you about the illusion of the breaking point. We all have a memory of a time when we thought, if one more thing goes wrong, I will collapse. Maybe it was the year everything fell apart, the relationship ended, the job was lost, the diagnosis came in. You remember the nights spent staring at the ceiling, the air in the room feeling heavy like water, lungs burning, thinking that this was the end of your story. You bargained with the universe just to make the pain stop. You felt entirely hollowed out, a shell of a person walking through the motions of a life that no longer fit. But look at where you are right now. You are here. You survived the unsurvivable days. You lived through the nights that you swore would kill you. And not only did you live, but you woke up the next morning, made coffee, and faced the world again. That wasn't an accident. That was resilience in its rawest form. We tend to forget our own history. We treat our past victories like anomalies, like we just got lucky that time. But when you look back at the tapestry of your life, you see a pattern of survival. You have been knocked down by life's brutal, uncaring hand over and over again, and yet, the instinct to rise remains undefeated. Think about the sheer biological miracle that you are. Your ancestors survived winters without heat, famine without relief, wars without end, just so their blood could run through your veins. That resilience is encoded in your DNA. It is not a skill you have to learn. It is a dormant power you have to awaken. You are suffering from a case of mistaken identity. You think you are the victim of your circumstances, but you are actually the architect of your survival. The pain you feel right now is not the signal of your destruction. It is the growing pain of your expansion. You are being stretched, yes, but you are not breaking. There is a difference. Let's go deeper into this concept of the hidden reservoir. There is a phenomenon often seen in marathon runners or Navy SEALs called the 40% rule. It suggests that when your mind tells you that you are completely done, that you are exhausted and cannot take another step, you have actually only tapped into about 40% of your capabilities. The rest is hidden behind a wall of mental resistance. That wall is made of fear. It's made of the desire for comfort. But on the other side of that wall lies a reservoir of strength that is dark, deep, and ancient. This reservoir doesn't operate on motivation. It operates on necessity. You don't find this strength when things are going well. You don't find it when the sun is shining and the bills are paid. You find it in the trenches. You find it when you are weeping on the bathroom floor. You find it when you have to bury a loved one and still comfort the living. It is a cold, hard strength that allows you to do what must be done, regardless of how you feel. It is the ability to separate your emotions from your actions. To say, I am terrified, and I am doing it anyway. I am heartbroken, and I am building anyway. The tragedy is that most people live their entire lives without ever touching this reservoir. They stop at the first sign of discomfort. They turn back when the path gets steep. They believe the lie that they are fragile. But you are currently in the fire. And while the fire burns, it also reveals. It burns away the ego. It burns away the pretenses. It burns away the soft, comforting lies you've told yourself, leaving only what is real. And what is real is harder than diamond. You are discovering that you can tolerate more uncertainty, more pain, and more pressure than you ever imagined. You are not becoming harder in a way that makes you cruel. You are becoming solid. You are becoming a force that life can push against, but cannot move. There comes a moment, a specific, quiet moment, when the perspective shifts. It usually happens after the storm has raged for a while, and you realize you're still standing in the rain. You stop fighting the storm, and you start learning how to stand in it. You realize that the worst-case scenario happened or is happening, and you are still breathing. The fear of the monster is always worse than the fight with the monster. Once you are in the ring, you stop worrying about getting hit, and you just start fighting. This is the realization. Your strength is not a fixed amount in a bank account that gets depleted every time you use it. It is a muscle. The heavier the weight you carry, the stronger the muscle becomes. The burdens you are carrying right now are not punishment. They are training. You are being prepared for something that requires the version of you that can hold this much weight. If you had everything you wanted right now, if life was easy, you would remain stagnant. The adversity is the catalyst. You have to stop looking for someone to save you. That is the final illusion to shatter. No one is coming to lift the weight off your shoulders. And that is the best news you could possibly hear. Because if no one is coming, it means the power to move the mountain is already inside of you. You are the hero of this movie, not the damsel. The moment you accept total responsibility for your state of mind, the moment you say, "This hurts, but I can hold it," is the moment you become dangerous to your demons. You stop asking for a lighter load and start praying for a stronger back. So, as you move forward from this moment, I want you to carry a new truth with you. When the doubt creeps in, when the shadows get long and the night feels endless, remember the data. Remember your track record. You have a 100% survival rate for every bad day you have ever had. You have walked through fire and come out not as ash, but as gold. Do not insult your past self by doubting your present strength. You are vast. You are complicated. You are a universe of capability wrapped in skin and bone. Do not let the temporary storms of life convince you that the sky has fallen. The sky is still there. It's just behind the clouds. Keep walking. Keep pushing. One step, then another. That is all strength is, the refusal to stop walking. You think you are broken? No. You are just breaking open. You think you are at the end? No. This is just the chapter where the character finds out who they really are. Lift your head up. Take a breath that fills your lungs to the very bottom. Look the world in the eye. You are stronger than you think. You always have been. And now, it's time to show it.